origami during night activity. This week we're going to try connecting things to Rosh Hashanah. So I thought of a siddur, a book. Let's make a book. When people want to think of a book, often you think of just fold it into eights. So I want to challenge you: fold it into 8 and see how many pages you get. Let's do it together. Fold it in half this way. Remember, aim at the sides, go to the side you want to fold on, and press. Very simple. Increase that. Go to the side, match it up, corners match, sides match, draw down, press, and fold. And one more time, crease the end if you need to. Alright, so let's see how many we ended up with. This is what most people would get. So you either have here, how do I show you? 1, 2 sides, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 most people would have. You fold it, open it up, fold it this way this time, and then this way. No. Now let's count it. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you either get 6 or 4. But I wonder if I showed you this way to get 8 and having no pages doubled. See, these pages are doubled. Yep. So we want to have every page usable. I'll show you a little trick. Open it up. So now we have fold it like this. And I want you to, either with scissors or tearing or using an edge of a table, I'm going to really fold this. Oh, okay, again, let's just open up. I'm folding this crease here. Fold in half, and this crease I want to fold this way a lot of times, okay? Fold, 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 fold. Now I've got an edge of a table, so I'm going to use that, and I'm going to cut it. Till there. Essentially what we did is we put a hole in the middle of the page. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to do that. It looks like you're walking now, I guess. Yep. Now when that's done, now how do you fold it? You've still got to know how to fold it. So open the page back up. Fold it in half like we did originally, long ways. And now, if you can see what I've done here, push the two ends together, and whichever way you go, it doesn't matter, as long as it all works together. Now, it won't fold exactly on the lines because it's bulked up. It's got more layers on one end, so it's okay. We're going to just make a new crease. Push it down, and we'll fold over here. Now let's see how many pages we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. So now we have our own little notebook. Separate pages. Technically, if you want to be really pedantic, what you could do is open it up. And let's see, this time you fold it that way, and the next time you fold it that way. So you actually get 16, 8, and 8. Okay, so now we have a little book. You can write notes, write different Torah, you can write any ha'aris, any little thoughts that you get. And you can use a book, obviously you can go this way, or you can fold upwards. So again, you can fold up, or you can fold like a book. And that's our first connection when we have Rosh Hashanah, Mitzvah Hashem, Shabbos, and Sunday, we will be able to daven properly to Hashem, and our tefillos should reach Hashem. That's number one I want to show you. Second thing I want to show you today is a crown. These are two very similar crowns. We're going to start with this one, and then it's very easy to change and to make it into this. So get another piece of paper. I'm going to use yellow for the crown, but it's up to you. For these ones, we're going to need squares, which means you fold upwards, make a triangle, match up this corner, this edge, and all the way down. So it's not just like this, and it's not like that. It's matched on that side, and all the way along it's matched, or nearly all the way along. And again, draw down, fold, fold. Okay. Now I find the easiest way is to do it like this. So the triangle is on the other side, and I'm going to match up this side, again this side all the way along, and somewhere where it's going to fold right nicely, and then I know it's going to fold that way all the way along. Works every time. Okay, we want to tear this off, so we're going to need to fold it really well. One more time. When it comes to the front part, you can either tear it on the edge of a table, tear it like this, or with scissors. I like tearing it like this. I'm going to start it off a little, and then when you tear it, you want to push it up a little. So it's not flat along the table, it's pushed up. That way it will help tear right along the middle line. Okay, you're going to do this. For the first one, what we're going to do is fold up. Okay, so how about this? Fold down will be easy, okay? Fold down, that way the bend, the crease is pointing away from you. And then we're going to fold up again. And on the other side, fold up again. Now let's unfold this as well. So back to here, we're going to do a few practice folds, so to speak. And fold it in half. We're going to prep it. I want lines, that way later on I know where to fold. So fold it in half. Open it up. Now I know where the halfway mark is to get quarters. Okay. And again on the other side. Okay. Now, hopefully you're with me. Open this up so it's folded. And now again, this crease should be away from you. It should be open on this end. And I'm going to open it up. Push my finger all the way down inside so it's bending all the way from the crease, from the original crease away from you. And I'm going to line up this line with this line here. So not on the angle, not on that side. It's lined up. Push down and fold again. Okay, and we'll do the same with the other side again. Fold it so it's at a 90-degree angle. Open it up. Gently push down. Everything's in line. And fold. Beautiful. Now with this one, for the first one, we're going to make it very easy. Remember what this looks like, because we're going to need the same steps for the other one. And fold up. Making a point, and that will be our third part of the crown. And we're going to do the same with the other side. We're going to fold this in and fold this in all the way. That's it. Make a point again. fold up. And now comes the fun part. We open it up. So again, this is the fold that we were talking about the whole time. Open up from the bottom. And do this part slowly so it doesn't tear on the sides. And just gently push that middle part down. Now, you can use your thumb to push it in, but I prefer using 2 fingers, that way I've got more leverage. So I'm going to put 2 fingers here and push down so it matches. And then I'll use my other 2 fingers on this side. And same for this side, up. So come up. So you can use 2 thumbs. And here, beautiful. Then we have our little crown. Okay. You can make it circle if you wanted to. Make it more like a square. I think it looks nicer sort of on the angle. But that's up to you. Now, this one has just an extra crown in the middle. So how do we do that? Again, take on the sheet of paper. And we need a triangle. A square, sorry. So we're going to make a triangle. And yeah. Now, while we're making crowns, what does a crown have to do with Rosh Hashanah? Well, very simple. We are crowning Hashem as king. We're saying, Hashem, we want you to be our king again, and we want to be your servants. So I thought a crown would be a very good thing to make for Rosh Hashanah. One more time. And now tear. This is very thin paper. That's better. Alright. Now open it up. We're going to do the same thing. So we're going to, I'll do the color side down. Fold down. Fold into the sides. So they crease the edges away from you. And again, fold in half once to find the middle. And open up. Now you're going to get quarters. Okay. And again, I'm going to fold up just so you have a crease. And here will make it a little bit easier. Okay. So back to half a square. Okay. Open up the sides and again do this little triangle fold over here. Right down the center, it all matches. And again on the other side, gently from a 90 degree angle, push down. Oops. That's better. Make it straight and fold. Good. Now, this is what we had last time. Last time we made a triangle. Make one point. This time what we're going to do is we're going to fold it straight up. And we're going to make a triangle. But we're not going to use this triangle. We're going to use this triangle just as lines. So we know where to fold it. I'm going to take this And we're going to fold it one more time on that triangle line that we just made. Okay, now we open this up. Now we have a lot of creases. We've got one crease here and here, one on the other side, and then one on the edge. We're going to open it up, and like we did on the side over here, we're going to just fold only one down. Okay, we'll do that again on the other side. So again, we have a triangle crease. And fold it up. It doesn't matter whether you fold it this way or whether you fold it down this way, as long as you have a crease there. Then we're going to open it up and fold one crease down, all the way down. Okay, now if you notice we have little things sticking out over here, so we're going to just fold that back to where it matches this piece here. And tuck it in. Just if I show you what this looks like now, it's all tucked in. See, that side's tucked in, that side's still sticking out. So we're going to fold it over. You can do this. And we're going to do the same. Now we have our 3 points, and we're going to do the same for the other side. Oopsie. Fold this side over, and this side. Okay, and fold up. We're going to have our little triangle and crease. And triangle. And bring it up. And remember, when you fold and you press against the crease, most of the time you want to do a really nice fold, so solid. Really press hard on the fold. Get it nice and tight. Okay. Open it up again. And nearly finished. Oops. Okay, just make sure the creases are nice. Fold in again. Or as I said, you can do it, fold it outwards and then in and then push it in. And opening out. And I guess I should have used the other side for the cover. There we go. So you open up very gently, you don't want to tear the sides. And just push down till it looks it's all covered up. Just play around, see what works better for you. A thumb on this side, thumb on that side. But some positions don't work well, so it's not going to be very good. This works really nicely. Got one hand inside, one hand on the end. So it's diagonal across. So for this side, I'm going to have to switch hands. Or I can do a thumb on this side. And a thumb on that side. I can turn the whole thing around and do again 2 fingers. And 2 fingers. So there you have it. Another crown. And this year when we daven to Hashem, we're going to have in mind that we're crowning him and choosing him to be our king. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to make one more crown with you guys. One more crown. This crown I guess you could wear. So I've started it already. And you can make as many as you like and then put them together. I'll show you how to make that. Let's see. If I have a piece of paper, I could get squares many different ways. We've shown you we can make a square like this, in which case you will get one very big square. You will get one very big square, that we call big. You can get a medium-sized square, which is if you take this square and then you fold it into quarters, you would get a medium-sized square, I'm going to call it. Or if I take this part that I tore off, I can fold it down, and now I get squares over here. So if I show you on a piece of paper what that would look like, we can have our medium-sized squares, and on the end we would have this piece would come into two smaller pieces plus the little extra bit. Alright? So that would be our A4 paper. You can choose, you can make one big one, you can make small ones, you can make medium-sized ones or small ones. I'm going to demonstrate for you on the medium-sized one. These ones are the small. And again, small and medium is not too much of a difference. But big and medium obviously is a big difference. So you can choose your size. Let's put that to the side. And I'm going to show you how to make one of these now. Okay? You've got a square. I'll give you a minute to take the square, to make the square. So again, to make a square, you fold it in half, tear it, and get your square, whichever size you choose, which size you want to use. Whether you take one of these ones and fold it into a square to get the small one. I'm just going to give you some time now to fold your squares and get them. You only need one to follow along in the video. I can just tear this along here, I guess. Okay. So once you have your square, and don't worry if you don't, you can always play back the video later. You're going to fold it diagonally across. Okay. So now we have diagonal fold, it's in a triangle. Okay, open it up, and from the tip, we're going to draw down to the center to make a nice triangle again. The same on the other side, all the way from the tip. This could be hard getting it to the tip, but just do your best. And all the way down. Now we're left with this extra little bit here. This sort of looks like a diamond or kite. I'm going to fold it up once. Then I'm going to fold. I'm going to open the fold, or I can just do that. But we're going to open the fold, bend this to where the other two triangles are, and fold up, and fold it one more time. Okay, that would be one, and you would interlace it. I'm going to make it again for you, and then I'll show you how to interlace them. Fold this into half, into a triangle. Call that triangle 1. Triangle number 2, something like that. Let's call it triangle number 2. Triangle number 3. Fold up and fold up one more time. Okay, now you take your bunch that you made, once you made a lot of these, and I'll show you from the other side. And you're going to interlace them, okay? You can even put the inside, okay? and just sort of wiggle it till it goes nicely in till about halfway. As in, so there's no gap. See, there's a gap there. Now there's no gap. The two triangles are meeting exactly like a V. Once you have a lot of them, you see these ones are straight. You're going to make them bend, so you're going to sort of roll it up. Okay. And once they're bending, you can just fold them like this as well in your hand. So take two thumbs, a bit of a gap, and fold it together. There's a gap. And then you put your whole thing together. The two ends together. And there you go, you've got a crown. Obviously, if you make enough of these, this is a crown that you could wear. You can do it in any color you like as well. You decorate them. This would be nice for a birthday. Okay, so remember again, when we're davening, we're crowning Hashem as king. Before we go, time's running up, we're going to make, we should make two, let's make two. Do an envelope. This is a fancy envelope. It's a bit small. I'll make another one that's a little bit bigger. And you could obviously put your notebook or a letter inside and send someone a card for Rosh Hashanah. So let's see, how do we make? We're going to start off with this one, and we'll see how we go. I'm going to take a round piece of paper. I mean a round design. Should have a round year, yeah? A round chalas. Right. For this, we're going to start off again with a square. Make a triangle to get to the square. And fold down. And fold again. Time. And a little tearing. Very good. Okay. Now the fun part begins. Let's fold this. We have already one crease from our triangle. I'm going to fold the diamond into half again. The other way. So now we have a line. These lines are for us to be able to make other lines. We're going to take the bottom. Let's take the bottom piece, the one closest to you, fold it up to the center, and again not on this side, all the way to the center, which means equally forward and sideways. And we're going to fold. Let's do this to the other side. We're going to fold, so turn the page over and fold out from this crease in the middle and fold it up. That's one. And fold it up on the other side. That'll be two. Now, unfold those creases. We're going to come back to those creases later. This is the fun part. We're going to make this little piece over here. Now this looks better the smaller the folds are, okay? So the more of them you can get, the better, which means don't fold it down this big. And fold it really, really small as you can. Tip over here is you want to make sure that you don't fold it on an angle as well. So your one side's smaller than the other. That one's bigger. You want to make it even. So if you see this line here, keep this line on this piece in the same line. If it goes off to the side, like a J, then it's not going to be equal. You want to make these ones as small as possible, these folds. Okay, this will take some time, but let's go slowly. And fold up again. And down. Oops, that doesn't. Okay, and we can fold up again. And fold down. Fold up. And fold. Yeah, that was a bit close to this one again. Okay. As it gets smaller, it gets easier. I'm going to do this all the way down. Okay, I'll give you a few minutes to finish that. Again, as many folds as you can. Take your time. Okay, to do this, we're going to turn the paper over. And these creases that we made before, we're going to fold up. And just make sure that folds down. And again on the other side, up and down. Okay, there we have it. Beautiful. Take this whole thing, this should be closest to you, fold it away from you now. Now we're going to do what's called a prep line, just so we know where we are, and so we have other lines to work off. I'm going to fold this all the way so it's equal on both sides. Okay, open it up. Fold the two sides in to the center. This part over here that has all the folds may be harder, may not want to fold by itself, so you sort of have to work on it a little bit more if it doesn't want to sort of fold. Okay, now take this and we're going to, you had an imaginary line from this crease to this crease. That's where we're going to match it up to, okay? Take this and match that up. You can do it by eye, and then make sure the sides are equal. So it's on the line, everything is on line. And fold. Okay, open it up. I'm going to take this and fold down to this line this time. With me, we're going to now fold this on this crease here. Fold the diagonal line. And again, diagonal line. Okay. From here, we're going to take this little triangle and fold it down to where it meets those sides. So now we have a square, technically. I'll show you what we mean. If you open this up, fold this line on the inside. Okay, yeah. Take this, we're going to switch this around. Take this and switch this around as well. So now we have a square. Fold up. I'm going to tuck this side, you can see probably easier. I'm going to tuck this into here. and that into that square, and voila. Here we have our very first origami, no sticky tape envelope. Looks kind of cool, eh? Okay, now with this you can send letters to your friend, Rosh Hashanah. And don't forget to wish them Kisiva V'Chasim Teva and Lashana Teva M'Sukkah. What about this one over here? Let's do it very quickly. It's very much the same concept, so we'll go a little bit faster this time. Okay, make a square, which means make a triangle. Make a triangle to get the rectangle into a square. Match up the two sides. See, I ran off the right angle. All right. And again, one more time. Open up and get ready to, remember, open, make a little crease over here. And that should help us to sleep on the line. Okay, open it up, and again we have a crease already one way. Fold it into half the other way. Oops. Fold. Never push a piece of paper. If I have something here I'm pushing, never push, always pull. This is my anchor, I'm pulling away, never push towards it. Same thing with the pen, you never push a pen, pull it. That's for certain effects. Alright, so now we open up again and we're going to fold into the center. No, I just realized if I do it this way, it'll look colorful on the outside. Let's see. So let's find out. Alright, make a triangle on this side as well. See, I'm pulling, I'm going away from the finger. Alright, and this side down as well. This one you're going to fold into the center. And open this one back up. This one we're going to take and we're going to fold to that line. If it's down, I guess you can always just fold it to here. Into the center, the sides should match up. Alright. Now, again, if you remember this from the end of the last one we did, fold up to this crease here, fold down, fold up on the side. So here we can have a crease. Yep, we have a crease, we're going to fold up. Okay, slightly, got a crease. We're going to fold a diagonal fold along that line, to that line. And same on the side. The thing is, fold that up to there. Okay, again, you can fold this one down, or you can do that later. What we're going to do now is open it up, fold it back in, so we get this sort of effect. Again, I'll do that again. We had this like this. We want to switch that around. You see the difference now? Okay. Now we'll open it up and fold it down to this, so it creates a square right where it meets. That way I have a square. Okay. So again, you could, if you want, fold it down backwards. It makes it easier, and then tuck it in. It's easier to see. Now, crucial step, do not forget this. Before we fold it up, we want to take this, and again, we're going to fold that on the outside. And again, pop it out, and refold it on the outside. finding business over there. Alright. I'm going to fold it up. Again, just press it down nicely. And we're going to tuck it in. But before we tuck it in, we're going to this time bend it back so that we create, show you the effect. This little square is now half and half. Okay, you can see that, yeah, it's half and half. So another way we could have done that is if you want to fold the whole thing over and go till it's half and half. We started off, it was flat, and we sort of bent it backwards. Okay, bent the whole thing backwards. Now fold up again on this crease. We have a little square in the middle. I'm going to pop these sides out and tuck it in. Pop the whole side out, tuck it in, and we're onto the last stage, making the flap at the top. Take the flap and fold this all the way down to the bottom. Take this, open up, and fold to where we have two folds. We have the top fold and we have a bottom fold. And let's fold the tip to the top fold. And beautiful. Fold it down on the end, on the bottom fold, and now you have your envelope. Okay, don't forget to wish people like this I wish you all a sweet new year. I hope you had fun making these. Let's show you all of them. We got a book, a notepad, calendar, Horace, little notes. We can write Divrei Torah in them, take notes on for brain. And we're going to daven to Hashem this Rosh Hashanah to crown Hashem as King, and to say that we want to be His nation, and we can send people letters with a wishing them a kisivah b'chasam. Before you forget, if you remember this little guy from last time. So have you been practicing? I've been practicing. What's your record?